Hey guys, welcome back to Times Restoration. I finished up polishing the front of this thing, and it looks amazing. I am happy with how it polished up. The other day, we broke my polisher. I fixed it. It's holding up so far. It ain't gonna look the prettiest, but it's working. And in the mail today, we got 3 packages. All of them came in today. And I'm hoping I don't know. Let's open them up, see what we got. We can start putting this thing back together. We'll start with the little one. Two new Zener diodes. These should be what we needed. These are a different model number than what we had. Our old ones was a ZY3016, I think. These are focus. Hello. These are ZY2010, but they assured me they will work on this system. So we got those. Let's see what else. Aha. These are wheel bearings. I am really curious to see if I measured these right and see if they're the same size as our other ones. They look about close. Ooh, I don't know. I'll go find one and we'll hold it up to it. Here's the old rusty one. They're looking like a pretty good match there. These are quite a bit wider. I don't know if that'll matter a whole lot. Center hole in there looks pretty much the same. I'm gonna go slide one of these on and see if it slides in the wheels. Get the wheel. Yeah. The wider one actually fits better. Nice. I'm going to see if the diameter of the inner hole will fit back on here. I'll take you over and we'll look real quick. Alright, we got one. Nice. Fits. So we should have 2 for each wheel. 8 pair or 4 pair. 8 altogether for each machine. We should be able to get this bad boy rolling again without wobbling, falling apart. And we'll call that a win, because them things are, like I said, these only like 85 cents a piece or something. So. Alright, let's go back and see what else we got. Alright, make sure we actually got how many we're supposed to. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to put these 8 aside. These are going to be for the other machine. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and one we took out, which is 8. So we're good on that. And these have to be our big capacitors. So. I went ahead and ordered 2 capacitors, one for the other machine. They actually sent me the wrong capacitors. The original capacitor was 12 microfarads. This one is 25 microfarads. I'm gonna have to see if that'll be a problem using 25 microfarads. I always heard you can go bigger, but you ain't supposed to go under. I know these are what I'm supposed to get, so we can start getting those soldered back in and getting that put back together. I'd like to test these and see how they test compared to the ones I had, where they were testing about 400, what was it, 400 or something. Yeah, let's just do that, see what it says. I mean, that still ain't a real good test because these Zener diodes test different. They have other abilities other than regular diodes. So let me set up and test one of these. All right, here we go. We are on capacitance diode testing. See what these things read. About the same thing. And of course, should be nothing this way. Yeah. Yeah, we either bought new ones for no reason, or these, I'm not testing them. You're supposed to be able to hook up a power source that goes over the voltage that these are allowed to pass voltage through, and I don't have that. And you could do it with a battery, I think, but I'm gonna put the new ones on and we'll see if it works, and we'll go from there. All right, I talked to the guy that sold me these, or the company, and he said they were out of the ones that I ordered, and he claims that the bigger capacitance isn't going to matter, so I'm going to try to use them. And we'll see. These bearings fit pretty good for being wider than the originals. They still mount pretty flush, so I'll have nice new bearing wheels. And like I said, I'm gonna try to put some spacers in there so these things sit straight, but I think they look all right. And we're gonna start putting this thing back together. Gotta get these new Zener diodes soldered back on now. And, we'll get going. Yeah, we're gonna be making us some spacers to go behind those wheels. I'm gonna chop off a piece here and see if it seems about to. I'm just using a little bit of piece of 1/2 inch conduit. See if this thing still cuts. Oh, I gotta turn my power on. Oh hell. Probably gonna get loud. Maybe just a little bit too big. Pipe cut down to about what I wanted at, and it's gonna sit in there. And then the wheel goes on. I think I got enough room to put my washer on. And I think I got enough room to get my pin in there. Barely. I want it pretty tight fit, but that way it won't be able to go back. And it should keep the bearings tight in there. So I think I need some more washers. This other washer's kind of in bad shape. It's I think I'm going to take this washer and see if I can go find some more. That'll work. Or maybe look through my junk. Alright, I'll find some more. Yeah, I'm just finishing up the last wheel here. Here's my spacer, my wheel with new bearings. Like it's going to fit good. And broke. Yeah, it won't be good enough. Okay. Need a new pen. Got a pen, or whatever they're called. I've got an old box of used ones in there that'll probably find one that'll work. This one looks to be about maybe alright. And it looks like a brand new one. Alright, we should be good to go on all the wheels. I'm going to start soldering in my my Zener diodes now, and we'll get back after it.
Got our new Zener diodes here. These are a little bit different model than the last ones, but the guy assured me they will work. So if anybody wants to know for sure what I had ZY30 D60s, and they say that the ZY20-10s will be a good replacement. Couldn't find mine anyway, so. All we gotta do is solder our wires back on there. I'm gonna go ahead and get my little wire stuck through there. And kind of get them all secured just like they were before. And then I'll hit them with a touch of solder. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna put a little dab of soldering paste on here. If I can get a little dab. That'll be good. I'll get my soldering gun ready. Alright, we're gonna let our iron get hot here. We're gonna put a little solder on these bad boys. Just like that. Don't need much. Both of them soldered. Alright, I'll get this side ready. Pretty good. So that's ready to go back in. Now this is the back of the shaft here. I just want to make sure this is cleaned out and no debris in there, because this goes in there and basically just a friction fit taper. So looks pretty good. We'll put it in. This is where this is going back in here. There's a tapered shaft. It looks pretty clean in there. Shaft looks alright. I think it's ready to go in. That was easy enough. Now we're going to see if we can slide these windings back in there. Pretty easy. Now we got to start sliding these big old long bolts back in here. It's going to allow us to pull it all the way back together. If you notice, I left the bottom one in there down here because it was such a pain. And I'm gonna get these started and start tightening them up slowly and making sure they're lined up. And this all snug back together. And I'll start bringing my wires back around. I got to get my 2 bolts in down here. I really got to lift that up, but I want this all snug and put back together before I try to pry on that. I want this bearing to be seated all the way out here. So we'll get that done. That looks like it pulled together pretty good. Well, I'll show you the front of it here. This bearing is sitting back in here where it's supposed to be. I think we're good to go. We're ready to try to get our bolts in back down here now. Sorry, my neighbor's over there mowing today, so I can't wait on him. He'll be doing that all day. So, sorry about that. It's really been a struggle trying to get these bolts right here lined up, because you got to pick this whole thing up and get them slid under there, get them in the right position. And now, if you can see back there, I got my wedges that's kind of holding the engine up. So this was for when I was taking this out and And now I gotta lift it up, get those wedges out without them two bolts falling out of the way. So I can't really do this with the camera because I gotta have both hands, so I'll show you when I get it in there. Okay, we're back. I got all the engine mounts and everything tightened down. A couple of them had fell out. Would be in a pain, but I got them in, and I put some bolts in the bottom of the frame just to keep it from falling around. I've got all my connections hooked back up right there. I'm getting ready to put in my capacitor, and we might get ready to do a test run here in a minute to see if we're producing any power. Hopefully we are. Well, I think I got it to the point to where I want to do a test start on it. I'm not gonna lie, I am nervous because if this thing doesn't produce power, I don't know where to go from here. So, fingers crossed. I got a wire, I got a rig up over here I took that shut-off valve out, so everything's good there. Battery's hooked up. Pretty sure everything's like it should be over there. Let's hook up a voltmeter. Where's my voltmeter at? Hello? AC volts. Nervous. I want it to work. If it don't work, it'll be one of the first things that I haven't been able to get going. We'll try it with a saw and we actually get any voltage. Man, why does that plug feel so bad? Alright, I'm going to start with the breaker off. Hopefully it starts. Here we go. Producing power, baby. We got her. All right. I am happy. It's working again. Success. All right. I'm gonna keep putting everything back on this thing, getting it quietened down, and get the exhaust back on it. I am happy. All right. I got the little wind deflection plate. Air that comes through there and gets pushed down and out here, if you can see down there. But looks like it's good to go. We're gonna put the main plate back on here in just a second. I'll set you up and let you see that. I think you see me take it off, so it probably ain't gonna be that exciting putting it back on. I've been refraining from taking stuff off of this other generator, but I'm going to pull this off, put it on the one I got running and producing power, and see if this one works on that one. Yeah, the key was left on, so when I plugged it in, it started working. So I'll show you what it does. Take a look. I'm going to turn the key on and off. That's going to make me a liar. Oh, okay. Boy, that pulls on it, don't it? So we'll hook our spring back up. Alright, let's see what it does when I turn the key on now. Let's see when it starts. Did a whole lot with this engine, but this cable right here, it comes around from that other side, and this gives it throttle. I don't know why this is so wobbly. But I think if I loosen this little screw right here, yeah, I'm gonna have to get another pair of pliers on it. I'm gonna loosen it, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I really loosened that up. I'm gonna go back over to the other side and hook up the thing again. Should be a lot looser over here now. Oh yeah, got plenty of room now. Let me get this hooked up. I'm not used to holding the camera and doing stuff, so let me get that on there. Yeah, I retightened that up, and when I turn the key on up here, we'll watch it. So when I let off of it, it's like there's a spring missing or something that should bring it back down here. Because it says right there, stop and start. I'm going to start it up and see where it's idling at. I guess it does pull it back. So it stopped on its own, it started on its own. Let's try one more time. Well, I guess that's working. I need to order another one of them for this machine. Well, where it was idled at, it was about 110 volts, which is all right. You know, idle it up just a little bit if we need more voltage. Well, there it is with the door closed up. And I went ahead and temporarily just put the battery in there. See how it looks. And sadly, I think this one was missing the door over there. But this one it's got the door missing, but it's got the door with it. So I'll probably be putting the door on this side over here, and probably selling this system. Let's see how loud it is. I still got a problem somewhere because I flipped that over to 220, 240, and the breaker tripped. So I have to figure out what's going on there. But I'll get that figured out, and we'll get to polishing up the rest of it. I'll put the door on this one, and we'll be done here hopefully in this episode. One last side to polish. I probably won't make you watch this, or we'll put it in fast forward. I thought I'd get it polished and be done with the outside of it. Guess we could glue it again. Well, I got most of it polished before I tore up my polisher again. Not looking too bad. I see dirt on the inside. I should have cleaned that out. I didn't think about it. That side was already done. This is the side I broke my polisher on, but it don't look too bad. And this is the front of it. Looks acceptable. Somebody will want to buy that jewel. Low noise. Wind powered D6000 diesel generator. You know, the breaker was blowing a while ago when I put it on 220. I'm going to look up that breaker. Maybe it's just weak on the 220 side. I'll get in there and test it. We'll see. I think it's a little dark out, so I think I'll call it a night, but I'm going to continue on the video. So next time I see you, it'll probably be daylight. I think it looks good. I'm not calling it done yet till I can get that 220 working. And of course, I'm going to take that back and clean that back up and put it on there. I'm going to get another I can never think of what them things are called. Electric magnetic thingy. I'm going to get another one of them ordered. I may test my other one maybe again, but I think it's shot. Alright.